Good morning, everyone. It's NBA betting today on a short slate Tuesday. It's my guy knows a guy. It's Sosa the locksmith. We are here to break down this short card. Good morning, my brother. How's it going? I know you enjoyed the NFL Monday night. It's NBA betting today, but we're riding high today. Riding high.
Always, man. It's always nice when your team and your girls' team win back to back days. The Eagles took care of business tonight. It's a peaceful house for at least 6 days. You know what I mean? You get peace for at least a week. That right there is the best.
Peace, peace. Hey, shout out to everyone that's been patiently waiting in the chat for the show to start. A little bit of a late start today. We're probably gonna stick around for about 10 minutes. Hit the like button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching on Twitter. If you're not already subscribed. Yesterday was a successful day. Personally, I had the Celtics. I went 2-1 in NBA. Had a chance to go 3-1. Ended up not betting another game, but we're going to continue on the card today. Shout out to the Celtics yesterday. They made us sweat for the cash. I definitely said I didn't like them in the first half. I thought it would be a reversal of the script from the other day when the Cavs sort of jumped on them at the beginning. When the Celtics jumped on them early. Last night, big game from Al Horford. Robert Williams left the game. Al Horford definitely stepped up in the second half. Dennis Schroeder. Hey, the Grizzlies offense got back on track. There was a lot going on yesterday in the NBA. Did you catch any of the games last night? I know you were locked in at Monday Night Football. Anything catch your eye last night before we go to this short three-game card today?
Um, the Celtics. Dennis Schroeder's a point guard. Breaking news: they went and got a point guard, and he's playing without another guy who takes 20 shots a game.
For $5 million.
Break, breaking news: they got a point guard
No,
like that.
that's
Like
actually
that.
crazy.
But they took care of business last night. Obviously, Jarrett Allen not playing. Jarrett Allen not playing is a bit of a big deal now for this Cleveland team because he's a guy that they count on to contribute night in night out. When you remove him from the starting lineup, it makes it exceedingly more difficult for Evan Mobley to be great. Last night he put up 3 air balls and started the game like 0 for 9. Did he even hit a shot? I didn't even open up the app
Yeah.
after I seen that. I had him for a double double and that shit did not go right at all.
Yeah, they're saying in the chat my mic was messed up. Maybe it's fixed now, guys. I think I fixed it.
Now you're good. Yeah, now you're
Yeah, I
good.
think
Now
I
you're
fixed it.
good.
I had the thing. Hey, growing pains, growing pains. Thanks for the analysis. Tonight we have a short three-card slate. Huge matchup though. Warriors, Nets. Let's start off with that one. We'll probably have some more information as the day rolls in. Warriors, Nets. Okay, last year wasn't necessarily the most fair fight. We have KD, we have Steph. MVP campaigns are continuing tonight. Although DeRozan has thrown his hat into the MVP mix, that's
I
another
agree.
conversation for another time. It's early in the season. We got Nets minus 3.5 now. Actually, how you feel about this game on the surface, bro?
On the surface, I'm expecting a big night from Steph Curry. I don't exactly know what Steve Kerr was doing the other night. I don't know how you sit Steph Curry for 8 consecutive minutes of game time in any game, especially the opening game of a road trip when you want to get that energy going going in the right direction. Um, I just didn't understand it, and I kind of made reference to this. I think that something that could possibly be a downfall for this team is Steve Kerr's ego. Like, what are you doing sitting? I know you think that, you're a genius. The team assembled is very good. You can interchange, run a box and run zones when you want, but you can't leave the best player on the team on the bench for that extended period of time against anybody. They're still professionals. I don't care how young Charlotte was. Um, I feel as though they gave them that game. I feel like they just gave them the game. I didn't like the way they played down the stretch. They played. I think they scored like 14 points in the fourth quarter, 15 points. That's
Against the
unacceptable.
Hornets, yeah, their offense completely came down to was stalled at the end of the game. I believe they had a drought of 4 minutes without a field goal. So at the end of the game, 4 minutes.
Didn't
I
call a
was I was
timeout.
watching that one. It was a really
Yeah,
entertaining game.
I just didn't understand it. So yeah, that's just a quick takeaway from them. When we enter into tonight, obviously it's bright lights. We know that one person that loves the bright lights is Steph. We know that. We know he gets up for these opportunities to play against KD, to play against whomever's on the other side. Um, am I echoing? because I got my mic here. I'm better. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think, like I said, he gets up for these particular matchups, and I just personally believe that he plays well tonight. I think Steve Kerr makes sure that Steph gets the opportunity to really like headline this game and really play his minutes. Now, having a night off in between is no excuse for taking time off the game before. They should have played all their players. But I'm not coaching the team. I do think that from a net standpoint, I think they found their footing. KD is the most efficient, best scorer we ever seen in the history of basketball, and it's nothing new. He's an alien. I mean, he's shooting 70% from mid range. It's just ridiculous.
His shot chart is crazy right now. I looked at his shot chart on the advanced page on the advanced stats page on NBA.com. It's just green everywhere. He's only like inefficient in one spot on the court. He's actually at his most efficient point right now in his career. It's a small sample size, but he's hitting at a very high rate on all of his spots across the floor. KD is going crazy right now. Shout out to Gary Payton II as well, though. Tonight in this game, I'm feeling Jordan Poole over 17.5. I think that might be a play in this game. I'm finding it difficult right now to have a we're seeing a lot of erratic results with these nationally televised games. It is a nationally televised game, 277 figures. Hit the like button for us as well, everyone. We're seeing a lot of erratic results in the second halves of these nationally televised games. But I do lean towards the Warriors maybe being up at the half and Jordan Poole over 17.5 points. I think Steph continues. I think Steph does pop off tonight, but this Nets team has improved their defense dramatically from last season. They have been able to key in on the most important guys of the other teams, although we know Steph is transcendent, okay? He's not like these other guys that they've been game planning for. He's not your normal franchise player. But the Nets defense has been impressive to me. They've climbed up to 8th in defensive rating. At this point last year in the season, I think they were 19th. So it is a dramatic improvement for them. Steve Nash, year 2, this is to be expected with year 2. Then also, Kyrie, he's not the best defender. It could be a net positive with him being out of the lineup in the regular season. Obviously, you need that superstar talent in the playoffs, but the regular season, guys like Bruce Brown, they're doing their thing defensively. We're seeing lower scoring games. Their schedules did get easy. Both of these teams have had easy schedules so far to start this season, but the Warriors have had a bit of an easier schedule. No Joe Harris tonight. I just can't wait to watch this game as a fan. I do lean towards Jordan Poole to get his points prop. I did not bet it, but I know everyone's watching for some leans at the very minimum. And I lean Warriors in the first half. I have a play in the next game, but yeah, maybe we'll come up with some more stuff throughout the day, but I'm not going to force anything. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We have, 12 games tomorrow, Sosa?
Yep. And
12 games.
Yeah, it's no reason to go crazy on this slate tonight. Enjoy the entertainment that you're gonna get. You get Kevin Durant and Steph Curry on a Tuesday night. Like, you don't even need to gamble on that, in my opinion. If I were to bet on anything, I'd bet on both of them to accomplish their points. I think you get a show. I think they both go at it. They go get their numbers, and we get an entertaining game. Because that's all I really want to see at the end of the day. I don't really want to see anything else. I don't. The outcome of this game is not going to determine shit that happens over the next 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Clay, there's no Kyrie. It's going to be a different set of circumstances further down the road. But it is a great game to watch on a Tuesday night. There's not much going on today in the sporting world, but this is a game that I've had circled personally. I'm going to be watching every minute of it. Going to try to cover this game throughout the day, possibly. But yeah, those are my only thoughts on this one so far. We have some commentary in the chat as well. Mr. Get Bucket says Curry will not pop off today. It sounds like you have a sour taste maybe from the Charlotte Hornets game, but it's understood.
I Get Buckets.
Mr. I Get Buckets. That's a sick name. Won't be no Kyrie. Warriors slam for Dom P. That's the bro right there, always showing love. What's up? SJC Cappin, the bro. TNT doubleheader. Thanks for the info. Really hope Gary Payton II plays. Really good story for the Warriors as well. It's a different set of circumstances. Let's move on to the next game. It's a game I actually have a play in. Probably going to roll just a half unit today, guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning on NBA Betting Today. We'll have more plays, more of a schedule. Let's talk about this Sixers-Jazz game briefly, Sosa. As expected, the Sixers have slid in the absence of Joel Embiid. They were holding up at first, but missing Joel Embiid is different than missing Ben Simmons. This is your team. How do you feel about this matchup heading into Utah tonight? Another team that is having a difficulty adjusting to the new rules. Their scoring output is a bit decreased so far this season, but it's a better matchup for the Jazz. How you feel about this one?
This Sixer team is just, we're not obviously we don't have players that are key to what we want to get done. The franchise has COVID. Also, real quick, did you know that in order to get placed in protocol, you don't necessarily, or in the COVID protocol, you don't even have to test positive for COVID. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's like the NFL. Like the NFL can put you on that COVID IR type of deal, and you don't even have to test positive for the virus. All your team has to do is report a test. There has to be no documentation of this whatsoever. None is required from your team. So check this out. Joel just needed a break. Hey man, you're on the COVID list. Go take 5 games off. I really just feel like that was it. I mean, he was laboring. We kept hearing about knee soreness, and the Sixers were just like, what's the easiest way to get this guy to just get some time off without having to explain shit or put him on an injury report? There it is. Just go take a seat for 5 games, and it's the regular season. We don't really give a fuck. That's what they're saying. That's basically what's going on. I don't believe
pseudo load management.
Absolutely. I mean, you got a guy who, for the first 3 seasons, didn't even want to play him in back-to-backs. This guy played consecutive games. He played 8 consecutive games for the first time in his fucking career to start this season. That was the first time ever he did that. And you're already seeing it, bro. It's like the Sixers are just like, we have to protect him at all costs, because the way the Sixers are looking at it is, as long as they have him, they have a chance to beat anyone. And if we got to load manage him for a full 82 games and figure out a way to hide him, that's what it is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the Embiid point. He's the crown jewel. He has a rocky injury history. The Jazz, this team is regressing offensively. I saw Rudy Gobert was listed as questionable earlier, but now he's not. It was for just a random period of time. Maybe the source of information I was looking at was inaccurate at that moment, but there is a clean injury report besides Rudy Gay for the Jazz at this moment. For me in this game, I heavily lean towards the Jazz team total over 113.5, everyone. It's a similar scenario to me like the Memphis Grizzlies last night. Above a great offensive team that's slumping. Offensively, the schedule was a bit difficult. I think you're facing a team that's missing their main guy. Rudy Gobert should be a wrecking ball in the paint. As long as I'm feeling the Jazz team total over 113.5. Right now actually I'll lock it in. Half a unit for today. Jazz team total over 113.5. That's my play in this game. I think win or lose, this is the spread 8.5. You would think it's kind of sharp because they're missing Embiid. It's only 8.5. It's 10 now, right? The line has actually moved. So am I correct? It's 10 now. Yeah, it's 10. I'm not playing the spread in this one. I'm gonna rock with the Jazz team total over 113.5. I think that's my bet right here, and I'm gonna leave it be. Any remarks on this one or total? Anything on the totals? Your mic cut out for a second.
My bad. I muted my mic because I was typing.
Yeah.
The biggest, for me, it's very difficult to take the Sixers against Utah at the house. But just like you said, we've seen a level of regression from them offensively. Maybe it's foul calls. Maybe it's them getting adjusted to the new ball, which is something that no one seems to even speak on. They're playing with a new ball. That is something that I've seen no one talk about on the internet, and no one.
But Paul George. Only right. Paul George talked about it.
No one's making a big deal about that. It's imagine it's something that you use every single day at work, and they just change it. Because
they did say they're working with the player. The player association is working with Wilson to add synthetic fibers or something to the ball that was in the other ball or something. I just read that on the beat reporters list. It's really weird. Really weird.
Don't people realize that that's a big deal? That's a big deal. Why do you think we're seeing teams get blown the fuck out? It's weird shit going on in the NBA right now in regards to that. You're seeing the craziest blowouts. You're seeing some teams just come out. Unless it's Detroit, they just suck. They can't hit nothing. They just throw up bricks. I don't even think it's the ball. They just can't shoot. They just put up bricks. But across the league, you're seeing it like guys are not used to a new tool being introduced to what they do every day. That ball is a completely new tool. It's not the same. So it's going to have varying results. Some guys are going to thrive. Some guys are going to struggle. And then you'll see a return to the mean around the All-Star break. So
How do you feel about Danny Green's out? How do you feel about Tobias tonight going into Utah?
Tobias points I'm on. I'm gonna give that play out as an official play. Tobias Harris over. I think it's over 19.5. He will easily get 20 points tonight. He's the guy. He's the go-to guy with he gets any shot he wants. He can take 30 dribbles if he wants. He's heavily featured with Embiid out of the lineup. He's the guy that we go to, and it makes sense. He's making what 40 M's, 37, a lot of money. So that's for sure. And another play that I love tonight is let me get it. It is Royce O'Neal to hit 2 threes tonight. Plus 138, you're going to get it at plus money. It's worth the dice based on volume. Now, he throws up a lot of bricks, but he throws them up.
Yeah, 3-point props for any of the starters for the Jazz tonight, it definitely aligns with my team total. If you're looking for more action in that game and you believe that the Jazz will put up points tonight at home, some 3-point props are going to roll for the role players. Look at some of those role players, like Sosa said, Royce O'Neal, maybe Joe Ingles as well.
Absolutely, because we know what they're going to do. They space the floor, shoot a bunch of threes, and that's all they do. Like, there's only 2 guys that put the ball on the floor in Utah. That's Donovan Mitchell and Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Clarkson. Clarkson just really just an animal.
He be shooting threes, bro. Like, that's
he just
all
knows. He only has one mode. Go. It's go mode. That's it. It's time to go.
When he's missing, that shit looks ugly. He has a game like that. When he's missing, oh God, just turn the TV off.
No, he's one of the streakiest players in the league right now. He might be the new Lou Williams. He might be the new Lou. Might be the new Lou. Younger Lou.
I'll put it like this: he don't got anywhere near the dribble package that Lou got. Lou going left. Lou Williams going left. One of the top 10 guards to guard in basketball, and there are NBA players who will tell you that. There are NBA players who will tell you that Lou Williams is one of the hardest people to guard in players they've ever played. Clarkson can't put it on the deck like Lou. He could shoot better than Lou, but Lou different. And obviously, I'm biased because he started.
Yeah, no, Clarkson's just more athletic. Hey, I think that's it for this game right here. For me, I do want to say I don't have much in the Spurs Clippers game. I'm going to watch this game. Didn't have a chance to watch too many Spurs games over the last 7 days. I'm going to watch this game and try to assess what they have going on. I did catch the second half against the Lakers last week, over the weekend actually. I'm leaning towards maybe everyone. Maybe Nicholas Batum over 10.5 points. He matches up really well against a player of his skill set, soft hands, likes to get his team involved, mini slump. It checks all the boxes for me. I think he can reach his 10.5 in that game. Just like the Jordan Poole prop, though, I didn't bet it. Just sharing my thoughts from my short list in that game. I don't have much on the Clippers Spurs game. Do you have anything in this one, Sosa?
I got. I'm going to continue to bet Paul George's rebounds and assists until it loses. It's cashed at 8 of 9 games. It's at 13.5. I'm taking it again.
Auto bet.
8 of the last 9, you got to bet it. I got on it probably after the.
What's the number?
13.5.
Okay, say no more. Rebounds and assists combined for Paul George, 13.5. Everyone.
Correct.
As long as he gets, the usage is high, top 5 usage rating in the league. As long as he stays in the game, there's no blowout, no funny business. We're good.
Paul George is in the MVP discussion too, but there's a lot of people that just don't like him that don't want to say that. But if you've been watching Paul George play, he's been unguardable, absolutely unguardable. He ain't nobody fucking with him. 3-point shot.
Since the moment Kawhi got hurt, this guy has spazzed. It's crazy.
I watch basketball. PG is right there in the MVP debate right now, and no one will admit it. Nobody,
especially if that team finishes top 6 in the West.
Just making it clear, because I see people trying to make a case for AD for MVP, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, don't get me started on AD, bro. Don't get me started. Anthony Davis, during those years in the Pelicans, the team didn't get better. 7 years, he's always going to be a number 2 guy.
He was putting up 40 and 20, and Lil Richard still his agent.
This guy called him little. This guy went crazy. Hey, anyways, everyone, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. Sosa the locksmith. My guy knows the guy. It's NBA betting today. Not too much going on today. NBA slate tomorrow is loaded. We still have some picks for you guys today, as always. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Sosa Locksmith and at My Guy Knows the Guy. Follow the page NBA betting today. Make sure you visit sportx.bet, the crypto sportsbook owned by its community. $1,000 bet bonus for everyone that signs up right now. Check out the terms and conditions on the website as well. Want to list a couple of the picks you said on the show? I know you said Tobias.
Tobias, Paul George, and my other one was Royce O'Neal, Greece. At 2 o'clock today, I'm doing Daily Bread. We're
on
YouTube.
We're
getting on YouTube. We're gonna get into the college basketball slate. First night of college basketball that I put spreads out, swept, went perfect.
Went crazy. Shout out to Furman.
If y'all want to kick it with us today, when we're going over college basketball, we're going crazy. This shit is about to get real easy because college ball is one of my wheelhouses, and I know you got some heat for it too. So lock in with the kid.
I have a look for tonight. I said, you already know me. I like to wait for these teams to have a couple of games under their belt. There's fans back in the stands. I might have a play today, but definitely on Saturday I'm jumping in the ring with you in college basketball. For me today, everyone, I'm rocking with the Utah Jazz team total over 113.5. I'm going to do a half unit on that one. I have 3 pretty good looks for tomorrow on the Wednesday slate. So make sure you tune in to NBA betting today tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Sosa the Locksmith. My Guy Knows a Guy. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Daily Bread later on YouTube. Check out the spaces later around 6:30 on Twitter. We'll get onto the injury reports. I'm going to talk about this Warriors-Nets game a bit more closer to game time. And we're doing a $150 giveaway to 2 people. Check out the Twitter page, NBA Betting Today, if you want to enter that. Easy instructions. Who doesn't like free money? Let's keep it going. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, Sosa.
Woo! You too, my boy. Peace.